Good morning everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and also welcome to part 2 of a backpacking trip that I'm on right now. Yesterday I did Mount Garfield, which was my 62nd of the 67 4,000 footers here in New England. Today's adventure is doing an out and back to Owl's Head, which is a very remote peak here in the White Mountains. To just do Owl's Head alone as a day hike, you'd have to go out and back. It would be about 18 miles in total just to do one mountain. It's kind of out in the middle by itself, surrounded by all these awesome mountains. There isn't a view up from the summit, but there are some nice views going up the slide up to the top. So it's time to go head towards Owl's Head. I've warmed up already, so I'm going to take my sun hoodie off, and I also need to fill up on water, so I'll filter some while I'm right here by the stream. It's snack time. I have finished the Lincoln Brook Trail and now am connecting with the Owl's Head path. So this is where it's going to start to climb pretty quickly. It's been fairly flat. I think I climbed about 1,000 feet in the past 3.5 miles. But now I have to climb the rest of the way up, and I have to go up Owl's Head Slide, which, as the name suggests, is basically just a big rock slide that I'll be climbing up. So I definitely need my fuel to get me going up there. So I'm gonna load up on water and a couple snacks, filter some more water from the stream that is behind me, and then I will make the push up to the summit of Owl's Head. A rock pile in the woods. Owl's Head, New Hampshire, 44 out of 48. New England, 63 out of 67. 4 to go. Okay, so the bugs are really bad, so I'm gonna go now. So I've made a couple changes to my route, and one of the changes I've been kind of thinking about all day. The other one is a more recent decision. But I was looking at the route this morning and thinking I had a lot of time to get it done, and I can actually take the Lincoln Brook Trail, continue out the way I was going when I came towards Owl's Head, and wrap around, connect to the Franconia Brook Trail, and wrap around Owl's Head and make it a loop instead of an out and back. So I kind of want to do that just to not be like repeating trail and stuff. I like to see as much new trail as possible. So I am going to do that, but I'm also going to try and take this bushwhack down the mountain. I've basically come to the top of the slide again, and rather than taking the slide down, you can take this bushwhack, which goes off and also connects to the Lincoln Brook Trail eventually. So we'll see how it goes. Here we go. So far, the herd path for this bushwhack is pretty well established. It's easy to follow the path, and I haven't had to pull my map out yet, so that's good. And I'm back on the Lincoln Brook Trail. That was a good decision to take the bushwhack down. It's not really a bushwhack. Actually, some parts of it are easier to follow than the Owl's Head path is. Owl's Head path is not a super defined trail. You can tell it definitely doesn't get a ton of traffic compared to what I'm used to, what you may be used to here in New Hampshire. But yeah, that was a good call. Going up the slide, I'm glad I went up the slide because the views were awesome and you get that adrenaline rush. But coming down the bushwhack was also really sweet. See a different trail and have a more gradual descent. It's still definitely steep, but not straight down like going down the slide would be. And then it evens out at the bottom and you can just cruise. So yeah, that was a good route. Now I'm gonna connect to Franconia Brook Trail and head back towards 13 Falls to camp for the night. There's no good place to cross the river without getting my feet wet, so I'm going to take my shoes and socks off and ford it. Back on the Franconia Brook Trail, heading back towards 13 Falls. If you were doing Owl's Head as a day hike, you would have come in from the other direction. But I'm going this way. I think it's mostly flat, so I should be able to cruise along pretty good. I am gonna have a snack here pretty soon, but the mosquitoes, as soon as I stop, they catch up to me. They're pretty hungry today. Well guys, here I am back at the start of my hike. I had a great hike today. Behind me you can see Owl's Head, which is what I just climbed today. And I'm so glad I took the route I did. It turned kind of a boring out and back into a really fun loop. And I'm so thankful for the beautiful weather I had on this whole trip, but today also specifically. So tonight I will be camping again at 13 Falls, and tomorrow I'll be doing Galehead, so make sure to stay tuned for part 3. But until then, stay inspired, stay creative, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.